Hello, everybody, and welcome to the event review for the upcoming event in Idle Heroes. This will be for the week of September the 27th, 2024. And this week we have a Sky Labyrinth week, but it's also got an interesting little mini carnival event, which is going to be... It's a complicated one to analyze because we don't know exactly how it's going to work, but these tickets, these are not train tickets. It's worth pointing that out. They might look like it, but these are just event tickets. These are going to be the core of that, and you get 2 of them a day for logging in, which is actually a fair bit, as you'll see in a second. So yeah, you'll get 14 of those free over the course of the week. Now, the Sky Labyrinth is as normal, except that every 2 levels you will also get a ticket. So for free-to-play players, that means you'll probably get 3, maybe 2 if you don't want to spend gems. For more spendy players, you can get up to 15 of them, because there's none at the last 10 levels here. But yeah, we'll get into that in a bit. Wishing Fountain doesn't have anything, so Wishing Fountain, also, Flora's not that great a hero, so don't touch the Wishing Fountain this week. Mysterious Chest, again, doesn't have anything related to the event, so grab the 500 one like usual, maybe the 1500. Otherwise, don't really go into it. But the scratch card here, this is what the tickets are used for, and this is where things get complicated. So basically, you get, as I said, you get 14 from your daily logins. You get up to 15 from Sky Labyrinth, but realistically 3. And there's a relay that has 30 as well. Plus, you can spend 20,000 gems to get 20 of them. So the maximum possible is 79. And if you're just a normal free-to-play who doesn't do anything special, you're going to get usually 37, 38. Now, when you open each ticket, you will be pulling numbers. And this is the part that is not entirely clear. I've made some assumptions as to how this works. But what we know is that there are 9 numbers, from 1 to 9, and you wind up picking 3 of them and then adding up the 3. Whatever you add up to determines where you are in this chart, and then that determines how many of these green flags you get. So if you get 6, and there's only one combination that gets to 6, you need to have a 1, a 2, and a 3. If you get 6, then you get 1608. That's the best one on the list. If you get 24, and again, you can only get 24 with 7, 8, and 9. There's no other combination. But that gets you 1008. And you can see the chart. So those are by far the best 2, and 8 and 23 and 22 are also pretty good. So when you go through this, whatever it winds up actually working like, I've got some theories and I'm going to go into those in a sec, but whatever it actually winds up working like, aim for either 6 or 24 as often as you can, because those are what's going to get you the most green flags. And green flags, this is a weird event. I keep saying I'll show you this in a second because there's just so many steps. But basically then, when you get your green flags, you then go to the store. You'll notice, however, that the good stuff is all purple flags. And you have to go to the Chinese spoilers to figure out how to get purple flags. But basically, purple flags are 1 per ticket. So every time you open a ticket, you get a purple flag. And now I said you get 38, and these top prizes are 18. So you're going to get 2 top prizes, which seems like, okay, you can get 2 of these Star Soul chests free to play? That doesn't seem likely. So this is where the math comes in. This number at the bottom, these 2 rows at the top, you can buy those anytime, no requirements. These rows at the bottom, however, this is the number of green flags you have to have used to unlock this offer. So until you've used 1,000 green flags, you can't buy an orange chest. Until you've used 2,000, you can't buy this pink chest. And honestly, like, there's something a bit weird about this. I might have to pause the recording and go look at the details a little more. But, like, okay, you're going to want this orange chest for this one because they're the same, but this one's cheaper, right? But how can you not have spent 1,250 if you've just bought 4 of them at 6,500? I don't know how that works. Actually, I'm going to pause my recording and double check the rules here. Yeah, it doesn't really say. So I'm not really sure how this is going to work. You're going to have to see how this looks in game before you invest in anything in particular. But short version is, yeah, you need a bunch of green flags. Now, when I'm doing the math, if you just pull your numbers completely at random, you'll get about 170 green flags per pull. So for a free-to-play player, you're only going to average about 5,000. But if I'm reading the rules correctly, and they go into it, here. So basically there are 9 numbers randomly from 1 to 9, and it looks like you get 3 of them at a time. And then you pick one of those 3. Or, oh, it's like a tic-tac-toe sort of deal. You have to select a line. Ugh. Okay, anyway, I don't really know how this works, is the short answer. As with so many of these, the instructions aren't really clear until you can see it in the game and see how it works. So, as a general outline, if you just pick completely at random, don't have any thought in the process, you're going to average about 170. If you can pick from groups of 3 and really tailor what you pick, you're going to get about 800 green flags per ticket. At which point a free-to-play player can unlock the Star Soul stuff. I suspect it'll be somewhere in between the two. I don't know exactly. So, that's about all I can tell you at this point. You're almost certainly going to unlock everything from here on down. You're almost certainly... I think it unlikely that a free-to-play is going to unlock this, but I don't really know. I don't know if you're going to be able to get Origin or not, or cores and subs, or Destiny materials, or what. But probably what's going to happen is for a free-to-play player, you're going to get 2 artifacts at least, maybe 2 Origin artifacts, maybe if you're really lucky, 2 subs or cores. We'll see. Anyway, there is also a relay package, and this relay package is honestly a little underwhelming. It's $96. You get 30 of the tickets, you get some Prism Starries, you get some pickaxes for what that matters, a bunch of super wishing coins that don't matter, gems nobody cares about, skins. It's not that big a deal, and the value packs, they do have treasure tickets, but the pickaxes and the wishing coins don't really matter for this event, so it wouldn't go in on the value packs. Really, it's the relay or nothing for spending this week, and the details of whether you should spend or not really are going to depend on how the event looks when it goes live. So what I think I'm going to do is, once the event's gone live and I've had a chance to look at it, I'm going to post a pinned comment on this video, and I'll go into some more of the strategy once we actually know how it's going to work, instead of me just guessing, because I don't trust my guesses, honestly. This is a bit of an oddball, and I do not want to verify or vouch for any of this. It's pure guesswork. But there is one interesting thing in the Chinese spoiler, which is going to make everybody pretty damn happy. The rewards in the treasure chests include 23rd and 24th holiday limited treasure selection boxes, which I think means 2023 festival treasures, which means encapsulated memories, which means that video camera that gives all damage dealt. Those are going to be very desirable rewards. So you're going to want to maximize your green flags, whatever. I'm not sure if it's a case of these ones are festival and these ones are non-festival. They should have put the icons on, but they didn't. Or if they're all, like, they include festival and everything else for both levels. Again, I don't really know. Take a look at the event when it goes live. But that is going to be very interesting for a lot of players, especially newer players who did not get a chance to get those 2023 festival rewards, because there was some very good treasures in the 2023 set. So yeah, if you can get into these, very much go for it. I would strongly recommend buying as many of these guys as you can. Maybe the festival skin chest, because those are pretty hard to come by. But like, don't, unless you're like really super new, and even then, I probably wouldn't. The food here, probably a mistake. I would probably get, for your first 2,500, get this guy. Or if you're really tight on numbers, go for 1,000 here to unlock the orange chest, and then focus on the treasures. Unless you're like an old whale who's maxed out the good ones, those 2023 festival treasures are gold. You really, really want those. So do what you can to get those, because those are going to be very nice. And as a result, this might well be a very good free-to-play event. I'm not sure it's worth spending that much. It'll really depend on how the event looks in practice. But for free-to-play, like, even like on an off week that isn't a big event, 2 artifacts is still not bad. 2 Origin artifacts would be really good. And festival treasures as well. Because you'll notice, these are purple flags, these are green flags. You can buy both. So I'm actually really looking forward to this event. I think the numbers look really nice to me, but I really want to see how it looks in game. I don't know if, given that caveat, that qualifier, like a million times so far this video, but it's really true. Anyway, that's about all I've got to say for now. Again, take a look on the video after the event's gone live, probably about 2 hours after reset. I'll try to get the comment up to go into exactly what the strategy is once we've seen the event. But until then, I'm going to leave it here, and I will talk to you again next week. Thanks. Bye.